Let's talk about Alpha Picks by Seeking Alpha, and keep in mind that I am partnered with the company, but I'm going to do my best to give you my most honest view of who this might be for and who this might not be for and what the service is all about. So let's just get right into it. So with the Alpha Picks subscription, how the service works is essentially it's going to give you 2 stock picks a month, and they have some quantitative metrics that they use to try to determine which picks are the best ones. And then it goes into the Alpha Picks portfolio, which is going to have around 30 stocks. And then from the stocks within there, they're monitoring those. And then some will basically move out while others move in. And that's basically the whole way that it works. And so the picks come basically on the 1st or the 2nd and like the 15th or 16th of each month. So right at the beginning of the month and then halfway through. And so you can see from the top of the screen that the portfolio has actually done fairly well since inception. So if we click right here, we can see that they started this on July 1st of 2022. I'm filming this video at the beginning of August in 2025. So it's been basically 3 years. And we can see that the S&P has returned over that total 3-year period about 64.7%, whereas the Alpha Picks portfolio has returned 193%. Now, that is no guarantee of future returns or future performance. So just because something returns a certain percentage in the past doesn't mean that it could continue into the future. So the S&P 500 could crush or have much higher returns than Alpha Picks over the next 3 years. That being said, in this active management industry, really all anyone has is their past performance to go by. So, and if you can show something like this, where you basically tripled the returns of an index for 3 years, that is a pretty good history. It's hard to luck your way into that. But once again, it's good to be skeptical that something like that could actually continue into the future. So now we can see all the stocks in the portfolio, including the day that they were added. So this is the most recent one, which was added just a few days ago. And you can see the rating that Seeking Alpha overall has on that, which is a strong buy, and the percentage of which that stock is held within the portfolio. And so if I click into any of these, then I'm going to see an article that basically has a summary of why it's included in the portfolio, the business overview, their thesis of why it's a buy, the information related to the stock growth and profitability, the overall valuation, and then the biggest risks involved with this stock. And you can basically click on any of the stocks in the portfolio to find out that information. Now you'll see I'm on this current tab, and there is also a closed tab. So if I go to closed, you'll see stocks that were in the portfolio at one point, and it shows you the date that they entered into the portfolio, and then the date that they were closed out of the portfolio, and then what the current rating is. So one thing you'll notice is in the current tab, the ones that are currently in the portfolio, it's always going to be buys, strong buys, or holds. You're never going to see sells that are in this portfolio. So now that we've gone over the basics of how this works, let's talk about who this is for and who it might not be for. So I think the first group of people who Alpha Picks is for is investors who have a large portfolio. Now, I said roughly maybe over $100,000. It could be over $50,000. So here's the basic logic. This service is going to cost, if you buy it the normal way, $500 a year. But because I'm a partner, I can offer an exclusive discount that's $449 a year. So if you use the link in the description, you can get it for $449 a year for the first year. So if you assume that that is your price of $449, let's say that you have a portfolio that only has $10,000 in the portfolio. Then basically your expense ratio of your portfolio would be increased by this amount divided by the 10,000, which is actually about 4.5%. So that is a 4.5% of annual expenses added to your expenses for your portfolio. And that's too much. It's really hard to outperform the S&P 500 if you're taking on that large of expenses. But if your portfolio is like $100,000, you add in an expense that's $449 a year. That's only a 0.45% expense ratio. And that really isn't going to move the needle all that much. So whether the subscription is worth it or not, it will basically scale with portfolio size. Additionally, Alpha picks will really only be for investors who believe in active portfolio management. So let's talk about the difference between active and passive. So there's been a recent trend over the last, 15, 20 years towards passive management, which means that people just want to, they want to put their money in like an S&P 500 ETF that has a super low expense ratio of like 0.03% and just allow their money to move with the market and grow passively over time because they don't want to incur fees or take more active risks by overweighting certain stocks or overweighting sectors. That's been the trend. Well, some people will still want and believe in active portfolio management, meaning that they think that they can tweak their portfolio or overweight or underweight certain stocks or sectors, countries, whatnot, so that their overall portfolio has a higher risk-adjusted return than just investing passively in the S&P 500. And I don't really think either opinion is necessarily right or wrong. I think on average, passive management would work out a higher percentage of the time because of the lower fees and the difficulty at which it is to outperform the passive market after the fees are considered. But then there's also firms that have consistently outperformed and beat the market. And if you were to go and tell them, oh, passive management's the way to go, consistent alpha is not possible, they would laugh in your face as they drive to their 14th mansion. But really, I don't think either philosophy is incorrect in any way. In fact, in my own portfolio, I invest a little bit more actively where I take very specific bets, and it's largely worked out for me. I think Alpha Picks is also going to be better for investors who have either a tax protected account like an IRA or a 401k, whether it's Roth or traditional, or they're just okay with taking on short-term cap gains taxes. So you know that if you buy a stock, realize some gains, and then sell it within a year of when you purchased it, you're going to have to pay short-term cap gains, which is basically just the same as your income tax. You're paying higher taxes if you do it in just a non-tax protected brokerage account. So if we go back through some of these stocks that were in the portfolio, we can see how long they were in there for. So this one was in there for about a year and 8 months. This one was in there for about 2.5 years. This one was in there for like 2 years. This one like 2 years. This one was only in there for 9 months. This one was only in there for 9 months. This one, like a year and a half. This one, 2 years. This one, this one was only there for like 8 months. So you'll see, I went through the first, 9, and I already found 3 of them that were in there for less than a year. So if you have a normal brokerage account, you might be incurring some large capital gains taxes if these are big winners that they're telling you to sell before the year's up. But if you have like a 401k or an IRA, then it doesn't really matter the timing of your buys and sells. This will also be better for investors who are comfortable with momentum-based strategies. Now, a momentum-based strategy is going to be one where if the stock, let's say, is currently on the rise a lot, then you want to buy. But if the stock is currently falling a lot, then you might want to sell. So if I just go look at the most recent stock that was added to this portfolio, and I see how it has done recently, I'll see that over the last 1 year time period, this is what the price chart looks like. And we can see that basically about 4 months ago, the price was at about $104.96. And then up until this most recent month, so 4 months later, it's at $263.05. So this stock has basically gone up almost like 155% in the last 4 months. And so what I've noticed with a lot of these strategies in Alpha Picks is that they're trying to jump on stocks that have had huge growth in the near-term past. And they're trying to ride that growth up while it's still going and then get out before it falls. And so if you're comfortable with buying stocks that have seen huge growth in the last, 4 months, then that might be for you if you like that strategy. And that's not all of the stocks that I've seen in Alpha Picks, but I feel like a lot of them fall into that category. I think their algorithm definitely has a preference towards this momentum based trading strategy. And then finally, I think Alpha Picks is going to be best for investors who want to outsource their investment decisions. So some of us, we work in this space. We know a lot about the field. We know a lot about the companies that we like, the stocks that we like. We have certain things we like to look for. And so we want to make our own choices within our own portfolio, and we don't mind spending the time on it. That's the bucket that I fall into. I like this stuff. I enjoy looking at different stocks, trying to decide which ones to buy, sell, and hold, and just making my own decisions. But I also understand that other people might not enjoy that, or they don't want to spend that much time on that. They want to outsource that work. It's like me with my car. Like my friends, they really enjoy maybe fixing up their engine on the weekend or something, and watching YouTube videos and trying to figure out how to fix something themselves. I'd rather just pay the mechanic because I don't want to think about it. So I think if in terms of money or investments, if you're the type of person that falls more into the bucket of like, okay, I want to like outsource some of this to someone else, it could be for you. If you really like DIYing it, then you might just want to stick to making your own choices. But even the people that fall into that DIY camp of, hey, I like to make my own decisions, might even just want to use something like this as a way to like check their thoughts against some other type of research, or get some ideas for their own portfolios, investments, either way. So overall, I would say that I think that if you fall into all 5 of these buckets, this might be a service that could be useful for you. And if you don't fall into all 5 of these buckets, then maybe it's not for you, or maybe you have to consider how much you care about the bullet point that you don't necessarily fit in, if that's a deal breaker for you. And once again, you can use my link in the pinned comment or the description to get $50 off this service, so you get the first year for $4.49. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to see more videos just like this one.